movement today, and for it to be quite calming. And you can do it on all sides of the chair. So if you're on a chair, that's also fine. Whatever feels best for you and whatever's most comfortable. And up as you go. So lifting your shoulders up, breathing it in, and then squeezing them gently together at the back as you're breathing out. Lifting it up is in and out. Lovely. One more. And out. Lovely. We're going to take it the other way. So taking the shoulders back, lifting them back up and down at the front. Lovely. And out. And down. Lovely. Good. So shoulders have had a little bit of movement. We're just going to move our head from one side and then over to the next. I want you to begin to one side and bring it out when you turn to the other. This is completely up to you whether you decide you want to exhale through your mouth or whether you want to exhale through your nose. It's completely up to you on this. I don't mind. Breathe in one direction and breathe out when you look in the other. Lovely. Just getting a little bit more movement into your neck. Especially if we've been stagnant and not doing as much movement and get a lot of stiffness. Okay, down towards your shoulder. We're just going to hold it here. And you should feel a stretch starting to feel on the outside of your neck. And just holding it here, you might feel a stretch or it might not be that much of a deep stretch. So what I want you to do is take the opposite. So you're pulling your ears down on the floor. So from here, you'll just be feeling that stretch coming down in that neck. Lovely. And then take your right hand, if you're near your ear is near your right shoulder, and just place on the top. You push down, it's just the rest of your hand. Just the weight of your hand is enough just to give it a little bit more pressure and a little bit more of a stretch. Hopefully she can hear me. I can't see her video yet. Lifting your head up, and then we're going to take our ear over to the other shoulder and just holding it, trying to get your ear as close to your shoulder as possible. Back down. And then with your opposite hand, you're just going to push away. You might want to push into the floor, just pushing it down, and then take the opposite hand, so the same one that your ear is towards, and then just place your hand on top of your head. You don't need to push down, you don't need to put any pressure, just the weight of your hand is enough just to give that little bit of stretch and manage to squeeze the tension from there. Lovely. Taking yourself back up. Hopefully just feeling them tendons starting to stretch out. So next down on nipple. So holding it to one side, and we'll just be stretching a slightly different tendon in the back of our neck. We're going to again, just place that on. And just take that stretch a little bit further in the back of the neck. Lovely. Keep on breathing nice and gently in and out through the nose. Lovely. Switch it over to the other side, so nose comes down to the other nipple, and then again placing that hand on the head, feeling the stretch at the back of the neck, releasing any tension we might have been holding. Lovely. And then lifting it back up. Fabulous. Starting to feel a little bit more relaxed in the back of the neck. Now we're going to take our head completely facing down, so my head comes directly down. And then from here, we're going to take two hands and just place hands on top. Sing it here. Feeling the stretch all down the back of the neck. And if you wish to, you can twist your head from side to side. Wherever feels good. Just feeling a certain way. If you feel certain tension, just hold it in that position. Let the muscles melt and relax as you hold it the stretch. And then changing it back again. Lovely. And all the way back up. In the back of our neck. Lovely. Good. I'm going to do a couple more shoulder rolls. So we're going to take it and lifting it up and down and up and out. And taking it the other way, lifting it up and rolling it forward and up and out. Lovely, just a little bit more movement. Fabulous. From here, I want you to interlink your fingers together at the back. So I'll just turn sideways so you can see it. Interlink your fingers. I want you to push your hands together, push your arms. Think about opening up your chest and looking up to the sky. Just feeling that stretch all across the upper chest. Yeah, lovely. Big deep breath in here. Exhale. And one more. Lovely. And then bringing it back round. Good. That was really lovely. From here, I want you to take your hands round at the front, interlink the fingers at the front. You want to feel like you're holding like a beach ball kind of shape. And then you're going to push on your arms to separate your shoulders. Just separate all the back shoulders. Exhale it out. And out. Lovely. One more breath here. Lovely. And relax. One arm over the top of the other. Bend the arm. And then we're going to wrap ourselves round. Now, you might be able to get the back of your hands together, or you might be able to get palms together. Rejoining us. There we go. So I'm twisting myself around. You might be able to get your palms together. And here, we take your elbows out and lift them up so that they're in line with your shoulder. Taking a big deep breath in here. Exhale it out. You should feel a stretch all around the back of your shoulder. Back of the hands is also fine. Lovely. Unround yourself. And you switch to your different hand on top. Let me just, sorry. There we go. So you have your different elbow on top, bend it under, wrap the other one round. It was right for you. And then from here, you're lifting your elbows up and away. So you're pushing your elbows out away from your body. Back your upper back. And round them shoulder blades. Big deep breath in here. Exhale. And out. Lovely. And then untangle yourself. Good, good work. Okay, from here, what I want you to do, I'm going to move a little bit more in our legs. So we're going to take one knee down, and then I want you to wrap your foot over across your knee. Okay. If you're doing this on a chair, so if you're on a chair, you might be a bit more upright, then what I want you to do is just start twisting already. So you kind of don't need to worry about the leg bit as much. But if you're on the floor, take one knee bent. I can think most of you are on the do a really gentle. Oh, Roberta, I can see you managing and juggling a million things. Bless your cotton. I'm doing gentle twist over side. You might be able to get your elbow towards your knee. So you're going to take it to the opposite knee, and then I want you to just push on that elbow to start opening up to the side, twisting yourself round. Lovely, good. Really nice. You might find it more difficult to breathe because you're twisting around where your lungs are. Lovely. Good. Taking yourself back to the front. We're going to do the same way as keep your position. But this is what I want you to do is twist yourself a little bit further, and I want you to see if you can look to the back of the room. So you're looking behind you. Okay, so go in the same direction as you did before, twisting all the way around. Feel like you're really trying to get your chest round so you can look to the other side of the room. Lovely. And taking it back. Fabulous. Switching over to the other side. So I'm putting my other knee down, taking my foot over. Good. So this in itself can feel like a bit of a stretch in your glutes. My butt feels really stretched. And if you can, feel free to get your elbow in that position inside of you, against your knee. So you can push on your knee to open your chest out to the side. So we're just holding it to the side to begin with. You might feel a bit of a stretch. Any tension that you feel or any muscles that are being pulled in this position, I want you to feel like you're directing your breath to that area. Good. Let's take ourselves back to the front. Keep yourself in this pretzel kind of leg shape. We're going to do the same thing again, but we're going to take it round even further. See if we can open our chest all the way to the side. And your neck, then just take it slightly off because you want to feel that big old twist in the upper body and the thoracic spine. So take it in. Open up, look around the room. Good. Drawing yourself up, nice long spine. Feel like you're pulling your head up. One more breath. Lovely. And then take yourself back round to the front whenever you're ready. Good work, guys. Fabulous. From here, together, and then open your knees out like a book. From here, what I want you to think about is that you're sitting on your body. So you can just push it all through like that, and pop it underneath your butt so that you keep your hips higher. So if you feel like you're not sat on your sitting bones and you're rolling your pelvis, then you can tighten them. Okay, so you're going to bring your feet together. I want you to really draw up and have a really nice long spine. So you're lifting up, almost like you can sort of pull your arms back. Lovely. And I just want you to hold it here just for a moment, feeling that lifting. So you're constantly feeling like you're lifting up through this position. Lovely. Good. One more breath here. And at the same time, push your knees into the floor. So I want you to push them down. I want you to try and do it with your legs and your butt cheeks alone. So whilst drawing yourself up. If this is like, if you're here and you're like, my legs aren't going any lower, don't worry. Even better. But if you need your hands to push you down, or your elbows, you might be able to get your elbows in to give you a good push. That's also fine. But think about trying to get your muscles engaging to do their work for you, not just your hands. Keep drawing up whilst you're pushing your knees down. Good. Looking really good, everyone. I can see a dog getting involved as well. Bringing ourselves forward. So bringing your weight forward. If you feel like you're losing your balance, bring your palms down to the floor. You can keep the palms to the sky so that you're resisting putting weight in your hands, but instead you're holding yourself up with your core muscles. And you're just going to lean yourself forward. You're taking straight back. You feel stretching right in your hips. I know mine are like going crazy in my hips right now. Lovely. I want you to then, don't worry about the back bending. I want you to see if you can fold yourself over. Now, some of you might be super flexy and even be able to get your forehead down on the floor. I'm not in this position. That just doesn't work for me. I'm close, but I'm not there. So just taking it as far as you can. We can have your nose. Good work, guys. Really good. Really good. Okay, good. Taking yourself back. Fabulous. Really, really lovely work there, guys. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take ourselves slightly to the side. Take ourselves into pigeon pose. So I personally really struggle with this position. I find it really stretches me. Hopefully you've got enough room. Then take one forward. And then what I want to do is slide, try and keep my hips square, and then slide my back leg down. Okay, so I want to try to keep my hips square as possible, and I should feel a stretch right in my hip at the front here, and I'll also feel it in my hip and my butt cheek on the outside of my foot. Now, if this feels fine, you're welcome to make this more challenging for you by taking your foot further out. You can take it all the way so your foot is at a right angle, but you want to keep your hips square. So I can't get that way. My hips don't go to the floor in that position, but yours might. You might be comfortable taking your hips square and all the way to the floor. It's just whatever feels best for you. Good. So we're just going to bring us all the way forward and see if we can get our head down to the floor in front of us. This will be a big stretch. When you go down, it's just whatever feels comfortable for you. Lovely. One more breath. Lovely. And nice and gently back up to seated position. Lovely. Scoot yourself back. I'm going to switch over to the other leg. Oh my days, that butt cheek had a good old stretch there. I hope yours is feeling as relieved as mine are, or tense maybe. So you can bring your foot close to your pelvis if you wish to, or take it further out if you would like it to be more of a challenge. You've got all of this range of where to put your foot as to where feels most comfortable for you. Keep your hips square to the front, and then you're going to lower your hips down. You should feel a stretch in the front of your hip and in the opposite hip across the body. See how it feels to take your leg in another position. So if I take my foot out, I have to bring my hips higher because I can't get my butt down. And this is fine if you've got a prop. So if I've got like my nice firm cushion, then I can hold it. Then I'm best just taking my foot slightly closer. and not using one. Does that make sense? So you just want to make sure, the key thing here is that your hips are square. Okay? We're going to take ourselves close into the floor, knee over, taking yourself as close to the floor as you can. See if you can get your forehead on the floor. Big deep breath in. Exhale. Good breath. And then take your hands underneath you. Lovely. Good work, guys. I want us to just do a little bit of a lie down stretch just while we're here, just to stretch the back of our legs a little bit more. So take yourself into lying position. Feel nice and comfortable. I want to have my feet underneath my knees and my right leg goes straight. My other leg, in case you can't hear me, I'm just going to explain this really detailed. My other leg is staying with my foot on the floor. My leg is outstretched. I flex my foot off my right leg so that I'm stretching all the back of that leg. And the key to this is keeping your right leg as straight as possible. So I want you to squeeze your quad muscle so that you feel like it's as straight as you can. I want you to reach towards your right leg, walk hands up, bringing your leg closer to your body, and see if you can reach your calf. If you cannot reach your calf and keep straight leg, then take yourself up to seated position. So you might prefer this and bringing your body closer to your front leg as opposed to bringing your leg close to you. But if your leg is up straight, you can keep it straight and you can hold on to your calf, and by all means keep relaxed and lying down. I want you to bring your position to your shoulders. Your shoulders should feel relaxed and not in strain and not reaching or stretching out. So just make sure you've got nice comfortable shoulders. So leg is fully straight, right leg is straight. I want you to take a big deep breath in, exhale it out, and then I want you to pull your leg slightly closer towards your face. Try to keep your right butt cheek close to the floor, so feeling like you're drawing your butt cheek to the floor as well as pushing your heel up away from the floor. Really flexing this foot. You should feel the stretch all the way from the back, all the way down to your butt cheek. Good. Another big deep breath in. Exhale it out. Fabulous. You might be able to bring it even closer. The moment that your legs start shaking, stop, ease it off. Exhale it out. Lovely. Your left knee. Your right knee, I want you to push away from your body. Okay? Then you're going to take your hands, wrap them around your left leg, and lift up your left leg off the floor so that your foot is parallel. So your left foot is parallel with your knee in the sky, and then you can pull it in. From here with your elbow, you might want to just push your knee further away from you, and you should feel the stretch coming in your right glute, so on the right butt cheek. As well, and pull your left leg into your body, and you should deepen that stretch. Depends how much of a glute stretch you need. Lovely. Beautiful. Okay, so take yourself back to that lying down position with both feet on the floor, knees pointing up to the sky. You're going to lift up your left leg this time. So we've switched over to the left leg. Again, just straight. Flex your left foot and then walk your hands up. See if you can reach your calf while keeping your right leg, your left leg straight and your shoulders relaxed on the floor. If it's difficult to reach calf, just take yourself. It's just because you've got a tighter hamstring. There's nothing more in it than that. Don't worry. There's no and you're bringing your leg closer. You're going to bring your body closer to your leg if you're in your seated position. And you might find that one is totally normal. Exhale it out. And then see if you can bring your leg closer to your body. Bring your body close to your leg. And again, your leg starts to shake. Don't worry. Just ease it off slightly. Taking it to a stretch that isn't shaking your leg. Making sure that your legs are straight. Exhale it out. Feel the muscles relaxing and the tension melting away. Pulling yourself in a little bit closer if you can. Pushing your cheek down to the floor at the same time as pushing your ankle up away. So they're pushing in opposite directions, flexing that foot all up. Lovely. Good work, guys. Bring your foot onto your left knee. Sorry, left foot onto your right knee and push your knee away from your body. So lifting up your right foot off the floor so that it's parallel against the floor. And then you can wrap your hands around the right leg. So pulling my knee, pulling my right leg in and then pushing my left knee out. And then straighten out your right leg, pull your right leg in, and you can then push your left knee away from you. And you should feel the stretch in your butt cheek, all the way down the side here. And untangle yourself and take yourself back up to a seated position. Good, lovely. How am I doing for time? Oh, bang on time. So we're just going to do the last couple of breaths. And getting back to a nice calm position to end. So we're taking our, as we're breathing in, our shoulders are going to come up, forward, next to our ears. And then as we breathe out, we're going to take them, relaxing them, gently squeezing the shoulders together at the back. So lifting it up and relax it down. Breathing it in. Exhaling. And out. Always breathing in as the shoulders coming up. Breathing out as we come out. Lovely. I want you to take your hands on your hearts. If you're feeling particularly spiritual, just give yourself a little moment to say thanks so much for actually turning up and giving yourself that time, that space this afternoon. Just give yourself a bit of movement and breath and taking a pause from a very chaotic time. So hopefully this is just how you can have some lovely lunch times. And enjoy the rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow if you're coming for tomorrow's class. You can a message or anything, or have to find that session. But I thought something more gentle would be appreciated. Oh, look at Kitty. Can you all see Kitty here? Let me just there we go. Yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying Kitty at the bottom.
Yes. Sorry about the messy cables and stuff. I've been making teaching content, but yeah, she was just joining in. She came over and was rolling around in the sun. It was so sweet.
That's lovely. And Jazz, we've got a new puppy for you as well. Puppy joining in the scratch. Oh, it's so cute.
Look at that. So cute.
He started roaming on us and trying to get up and stuff when we were doing pigeon poses.
Right, my love, enjoy your work. See you later, guys. You're welcome. Take care, guys. Bye.